Hey guys, so I am back today doing my 3-month hair transplant update. Now, from the last video, I asked you guys if you wanted me to answer some questions for you all. And so on top of the 3-month update video, I will also be answering the questions from the 2nd-month update video. So let's go. I recently went to my dermatologist appointment on May 21st, 22nd, and she says that it's looking really good so far. I did mention to her that I've been getting a lot of itching in this area, especially because I'm using the Rogaine, and she did mention that because I'm using the solution rather than the foam, it's going to cause a lot of itching because it has propylene glycol in it, and that causes itching and flaking and things of that nature. So she actually suggests that I go to the foam right now, but at the current moment, the way my funds are set up, I'm unable to do so. So I think she's actually leaving some Rogaine foam at her office for me to pick up. So I will let you guys know during my 4th-month update if I've noticed any changes in the itching and flakiness. The donor area in the back is super awesome. There's so much hair growing around it. You can barely see the line. The hair growth process back there is doing quite well. And you know what? I do notice now some growth in the front area. Now, I feel that I'm going to have some issues with this area in particular, just because that area has been really stubborn in growing. But I have been taking my supplements every day. I've been using the Rogaine every night. I've also been doing the leave-in conditioner, and after the leave-in conditioner, I've been putting coconut oil. So something light, something that'll help seal in the moisture of the leave-in conditioner is what I've been doing. Same sort of routine that I have as far as washing. I don't use the scalp massager in the shower when I shampoo, but I do use it at night, not in the donor area or transplant area, because again, I don't want it to affect any of my areas that I paid good monies for. So I want to get into the questions that you all asked me. I know you guys have a lot of questions. So my homegirl Maggie, hey girl, hey, she asked me a question. She says, how effective would you say the Shea Moisture Organic Yuca and Aloe Thickening Growth Milk works? Have you experienced any noticeable thickness from it? To be honest, I haven't really noticed any noticeable thickness, but I just like using it because it's an added assurance for me. It just makes me feel like it's thickening up my locks. And I mean, it doesn't hurt. It has all natural ingredients. Aloe vera is great. Yuca is great. It has biotin in it, which is great. So I can't really knock it, but at the same time, I don't really notice any dramatic differences in my hair or the thickness of my hair. Victoria Morales asked me if I use leave-in conditioner for my locks, and the answer is yes. I love the Aloe Naturals Lemongrass leave-in conditioner. It is awesome. I also use my Shea Moisture Yuca and Baobab thickening growth milk. I mix it with water a little bit and spritz it on my hair as a leave-in conditioner as well. So Miranda Gila asked me if I have some videos showing how to cover up sparse edges in the front. I do have a video on how I use an eyeliner to cover up my thinning edges. And you can also pick up some regular headbands from the store. Just make sure that they're silk or satin, just so they're not pulling and tugging and drying out your hair. Another thing is, bangs. Bangs work a lot. I do have a lot of videos on my lock hairstyle playlist that really would help you with covering up your edges, because that's all I've been doing. All I've been doing was covering up my edges. So hopefully that'll help you out. I'll leave a playlist up top for you and also in the description box if you wanted to check that out. So my homegirl Lee Pack actually asked me if I had any sort of adverse reactions while taking biotin, because there have been some cases where folks break out and things because of the biotin usage. I don't notice any crazy breakouts, but I do have a breakout here. I don't know if it's because of the biotin or anything, or maybe because I'm like hormonal or it's coming to that time of the month. I'm really not sure, but I haven't gotten like crazy pimples or anything like that. Nothing out of the usual while taking the biotin. So I personally don't think I have any adverse reactions to it, but then again, I could be wrong. Miss Honeyfly11 asked, did you ever try Jamaican black castor oil? Yes, I have. I've tried many different types of oil. Emu oil, MTG, Jamaican black castor oil, olive oil, oils mixed with different things like cayenne pepper and cinnamon and onions and garlic. I've tried pretty much everything. I've tried everything and nothing worked for me. And the reason why nothing worked for me was because my follicles were dead. And nothing was going to come out of that. Absolutely nothing. It was an exercise in futility. I also received another question as to whether I'm using the men's Rogaine or the women's Rogaine. The answer is I'm using the men's Rogaine. I'm using the regular Target Up and Up brand of Rogaine, 5%. I use it once a day at night, but I can actually go on to the women's Rogaine if I wanted to, because they now have the 5% women's Rogaine that I can apply once a night. And if you do plan on using Rogaine, first, talk with your doctor, okay? Because I am not a professional or anything like that. Another person asked me why I chose the men's Rogaine over the women's Rogaine. For one, my dermatologist recommended it to me because the men's Rogaine had 5% of that special ingredient, whereas the women's Rogaine only had 2.5%. So if I were to take the women's 2.5% Rogaine, I would have to take it twice a day. With the men's Rogaine, I just have to take it once a day, and that's why she recommended it to me. I'm glad she did, because now I can just use it at night when I don't have to worry about flaking and things like that. But if you're gonna use the Rogaine and if you have clearance from your doctor, try the foam first, because the solution itches my scalp like crazy and there's a lot of flaking. You would think that it was the first day of snow here in New York, but no, it's the flakes that are coming out of my scalp. I've been getting a lot of questions as to whether I'm going to reattach the locks in the back of my head. The answer is no, I do not plan on reattaching the locks on the back of my head, mainly because I really like touching and feeling my loose natural hair and just playing with it and, you know, that sort of thing. If anything, I'll just combine the loose hairs with the other locks so that way I don't have to worry about sewing in locks, and I don't want to have to go to a salon to pay for it either. So the answer, will I be reattaching my locks? The answer is no. So a lot of people have been commenting that they think I might be retwisting too often, and that's the reason why I have no edges. Well, I can definitely say that the reason why I have no edges is because in the past I would constantly retwist, and I would retwist like every day, every other day. Now at this stage in my life and in my lock journey, I do not retwist as often. I retwist every 6 to 8 weeks, and when I do, I don't retwist very hard or tightly. Now, a lot of people suggested that I not retwist my hair and see how it goes. I didn't retwist for a month, which is totally normal for me because I retwist every 6 to 8 weeks. So this has been more than a month of me not retwisting my hair. And as you can see, my roots are pretty thick. Like, I have pretty thick roots. So my hair looks and feels thick because that's what it is naturally. Now, the reason why I'm not going to go on a semi-free-forming journey again is because I've noticed while semi-free-forming that one, my locks join together like without my permission, like they get married without my consent, and two, when I don't retwist and it's after me washing my hair and I don't retwist, the locks lose their cylindrical shape. And I am not about the flat lock life. I'm just not about it. I like my locks cylindrical like a pencil. So that's why I need to retwist, because I need to keep that shape. I'm not interested in doing a free-forming journey. That's just never been my thing. I want to keep my cylindrical shape. So That's why I'm not going to stop retwisting. I'm just not retwisting tightly. Hopefully that answered your question. So a lot of people ask me if the procedure was expensive. Now, you know, expensive is really relative to each person, you know, like some persons can make a lot of money and not think of it as a big deal, whereas someone who's not making a lot of money can find it to be quite pricey. For me, however, look, I would have paid whatever it is I needed to pay because it was an investment for me. It was an investment for my self-confidence. And I couldn't see myself going through life being self-conscious about this issue constantly on a daily basis. So the cost of my procedure was $4,500. Mind you, I've been saving up for quite some time. So it's not like I had money up my ass to actually pay for this. No, I had to save up. I had to stack up for years to do this procedure, and I was fortunate enough to get it at this price. So I had 1,160 grafts put in the front. The procedure took about 6 hours. I had 3 folks working on my head. They were so attentive, so just focused on getting it right, and I'm really looking forward to 6 months. I'm actually going to be seeing my doctor again in 6 months to see how everything is going, and I'm really excited. So before I conclude this video, I just want to give you some brief information about my dermatologist that helped me with this issue, and her name is Dr. Osei-Tutu. I love her very, very much. It took me absolutely just years to find a woman of color that can help me, a woman of color, with my hair, because you know, us as Black women, we care about our hair very much, and she understands that, and that's why she caters to women of color specifically. Now, she has 2 locations, one in Brooklyn and one in Great Neck. I actually had my procedure done at the Great Neck location. It's a very clean facility, very modern. She's so awesome. Her staff is on point. That is all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully it's not super long, and hopefully it's not super short. If you enjoyed it, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this, well, then definitely let me know in the comments section. And if you have any other additional questions for me, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below, and I will answer them for you in the comments section. Okay? Okay. And remember to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you all in the next video.